Nana Obri Boahen, a former general secretary of the New Patriotic Party. Nana, akwa about radio culture, iCulture TV so. Yo, Nana, yada CP say when ya bre edi ama enim say unam kwan so there and so what penny so near beka say that CP. A platform is first of all Kasabia Ghana 40 bia no utimika ya beti ase say yentia say yebebusa wase nti no brofo twi ye buno bibia Kasabia ekoso ewa ha yada CP nana na yensha semfi ha nana yati say NPP proposes some mobile early flag bearer elections. I've heard some proposals pointed to some benefits to be accrued from that. Being say mobile flag bearer early in your time at your campaigning ahead of the next election. No, it be much to say a good idea. Matisa Woka say a good idea. Why?
You see, the NPP lost the elections. Not just never when I could know. But no more internal problems. Now, what I say, I say, be a self-inflicted. Self-inflicted in the sense that name started from 206. Now me pointing out to say, Kwana ya fashion, ayi delegation. And yet, that's a very problem. In 2006, no, in 2007, I was the regional chairman of the NPP, Bono and Hafo. I was a minister of state at the Interior Ministry. I was a member of the NEC, a member of the National Council, Secretary of the National Disciplinary Committee. But in December 2007, Omoba Congress war, Legon, Sunyane is one immediately free as a delegate. Because then the establishment was Alan and no other person else. It was immediately free. In 2007, every DC UMC was made a delegate. Every DC UMC was made a delegate. Just to ensure, sir, the system will be skewed in favor could do a launch of the Can you imagine MPP as a party, region National Congress? Now the then regional chairman of Bono and Ahafo.
Interesting.
Bono and Ahafo. And the Deputy Minister of State Interior. Yanyo delegate. Where you didn't fit. So I started punching and said, Sakan and I first be me free. Sakan and I selected polling station executives. What the kind of selected polling station executives are? Ubenya constituency executives are. Among for Binumko annual. When your constituency executives are among for Binum annual. There's the likelihood that Ubenya parliamentary candidate are among for Binumko annual. And that has been the system. And it is not a very good system. It is a very bad system. Now, we can't you know, Musabao, but 2008, we lost the elections. Fast forward. In 2010, almost yes, because the party was there in opposition. Because all opposition now. I have realities, no. One time, yes, I walk power. 2010, and the quarter 2012, 2014, So we realized that from 2017, and the national officers, there were serious court cases. Constituency with the court. And I want it to be on record, sir. The number of cases Amaya NPP since 1992. Lawyer Pierre who became lawyer Pierre.
Our representative, you mean our representative NPP in court?
Yes.
Okay.
Till today, there's no regional NPP case be my mamma court. And in the can be authority. In most of these cases, you yourself will accept. Me cry my court. It means Pana Befaso. I'm Fakam Paso. ABC, look, and the appeal could be, and could judge a man on the be a court. Before that's a support. Even when the General Secretary, I can't say, as I'm touching my Google Hodian or mental primary school. And the appeal could be in Kotoye. Could judge my group for the court, High Court. I was representing the NPP. There have been earlier publications, General Secretary and the Director of Elections just said, as I'm touching Ben Twaba, there won't be primary because you've been to Massey. They exhibited it. We have affidavit in position. General Secretary, Entimania Kudura and Casamesan, because when you say Twaba, into your Kankoha or problem, or Kakoha or problem. So the truth of the matter is, NPP problem in a polling station.
How the executives are elected, no?
And no,
and now say there are almost a year, you know, which was some time ago, and Robin almost time person more you know, now. That's why you're opposing the early flag bearership election now. No,
the danger is that to make sure you register your members. So say you want to make a say, you be say NPP for USA, yes, nobody can tell. Because near the first a penny baba who made it to tour. Penny baba who made it to tour. You found running party. I get penny baba who made it to tour. Would you be $100? Would you be $50? Would you be $200? But many panel paid up member will register.
But I thought said some of the at least some of the overseas branches, no, they have a register of their members. Some of who are like dues paying members though. And Munisa data no.
Good. They have the data. My argument is that here to about man will be free US and Magan on the Twaba. You should make it in such a way, sir. Every card-bearing member of the party is eligible to vote and to be voted for. It's eligible to vote and to be voted for. And it's NPP the Congress strategy flag bearer. My Bible will US now me paid up members. Open US Chimun and then state when we what state when we what state when we in all US you are so advanced say every crime with my voting. I don't see the sense in say maybe we are shared during NPP but to about maybe 31st January 2026 but to about now US a unipa bedroom. Doesn't make sense.
Then I said only Europa law now more consider no. And governments come and go, but nobody seems to have the
because you must have timid leaders. timid leaders who are timorous souls. People who have failed to implement Europa, I will call them timorous souls, timid leaders.
So if you were president and Kaube implement Europa as soon as possible.
I started Europa in court 206.
Kofi Krantin still lay claims to it. Only Kofi Krantin a year join Europa now. But me just say Kofi Krantin, independent presidential candidate, or also claim some authorship to the Europa law, no. I mean Europa proposals, no.
So it's in 206. I represented the United States. I represented NPP in New Jersey. So when I represented the NPP, I, the then regional chairman, represented the whole NPP in New Jersey. Then there's Dr. Jenny Watt. They approached me and indicated to me, say. Now, monsieur was arguing. Now, she everything that court. Now, she the court in 206.
I see.
My clients were Kofi Boahen, Dr. Jenny Boahen, and Konongo Kaya.
I see. Wow. Nana, that could be that what Nasa Europa was by itself because a whole topic by itself. But young piggyback to
let me just Europa can't be a whole topic because our leaders are tomorrow souls. You see, because they are tomorrow souls and they are not being sophisticated. Because they should be sophisticated in the sense that Mana Ghana cry homes is here, women Ghana population. Statistical services they say they're baba. Population services they say they're baba. No, we don't run the country in the present world. No.
Statistics service need Ghana population figures.
Oh, the so-called domain could report from you. A friend back one perform. Because your friend elder. Who be elder? Any point in time, so on Coco Gubu, elder by control. Who be some perform? But you come to Africa, human beings in Ghana, human beings, Ghana paying for him. Well, because you see, on person, because about one of the person,
and no cut across party lines and say particular party be as now okay,
But it cuts across party line. It doesn't cut across party line. A party like the NPP should know, sir. And this is from Kwame Nkrumah time. And this is from the about to ream a CPP from
really?
Oh yes. Go and look at the Search about 1964 referendum in Ghana, one party state. First February 1964. Contract voting. When those who voted for so one party state 18,000. Those who oppose it is 0. Those who supported one party state 17,500. Those who oppose one party state 0. Those who supported one party state, first February 1964, 16,000. Those who oppose one party state 0. The records are there. So as for the NDC, as for the CPP, SMC,
Next and now to say every other party except for the NPP, and because CPP for you, NPP, NDC for you, NPP for one name.
Oh, some people are so
Yo, Nana. Yo, but I wrap up that point, and piggyback to the original topic.
But NDC has the penchant of going to Burkina, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, to bring people to vote. It's a common knowledge.
Is it a fact?
Since 1992 elections.
It's a common, you can say, assertion. But is it a fact though?
Oh yes. In 2012 elections, registrations were done in Togo. Police car and a day I see materials called Togo. Registration.
Okay, that's something we can't prove now. Let's piggyback to the original subject. Like I said, yeah, with your permission, you be sure that from you be sure in a time with like a near in depth into some of these things. But let's look at why we called you for today, Bepachopi. What can say you don't support the idea? No, most people are saying, this is a coup d'etat for Dr. Bawumia. You seem to be pro Bawumia. Why are you against the idea?
I'm a principled man. I agree. I'm very honest and principled. I am Bawumia. I eat Bawumia. I drink Bawumia. I sleep Bawumia. I am principled and honest. That sometimes a man says Ghana politics in my home. Because when person and I'm a Benuum. But no, I will not ask it to throw away my principle stand and honest position.
Really?
But oh yes,
you say Kennedy Japan doesn't stand a chance.
I know everybody. Since 1992, I'm a lawyer. 1992, the youth, the whole region youth, I've been in the mainstream politics since 1992. About 33 years.
And you've read the tea leaves, and you think, it's a done deal for Dr. Bawumia, but they should do it fair. They should present a fair playing ground for everybody. That's what you're saying.
Exactly. Exactly. There should be level playing field. So you will be and to say in Tamara in FC Porto, Abona Messi, I share free kick it up. Porto coach the crowd in our nobody seven Messi. I said a classical, Nancy D. Nami Yamas swelly ball one ship or 12 hours. I know no, the NPP Yadiana Okita and yet to the crowd said, let's have level playing ground. Let's be honest, let's be sincere, and people don't win about to be on better Ghana.
And to cut it short, no, say yenyi polling station executives the first, right, and work from the bottom up. Just register the members first. Okay.
Register first.
Okay.
Yama party ID card. Yama registration will capture in the system. Yama will be our party ID card. You don't need to create an album. You don't need to create an album because every eligible registered member has the right to vote. The polling station, you go for constituency, you go for regional, you go for national, you go for presidential, and then you go for parliament. That's how can people win a Ghana about 2028 easy?
Really?
Because you see, baby or candidate, parliamentary candidate, always can, or they're popular. Into the Chicago delegates, Obama TV, Obama fridge, Obama no gas cooker, Obama no way. But the Chicago have a few delegates. The few delegates in the core primaries are not want to have. What the local general elections, Obelusu, Papa, make us all the Belusu, Yaswam, and yet do no
Nana, Osha NDC and how they have structured theirs now. You can tell me more because you are in the thick of things over there. But from where I sit, it appears, for a very long time now, the NDC seems to have a cohesive front, right? Since since they rejected you kind of saying Mame Kunedwajima Rawlings for Professor Mills now. It seems that since that time coming, they've had a united front all this time, relatively at least. What you saying? And I mean, me who wrong.
No, you see, let's go back into history again. The tradition of the UGCC, and I just oppose it with that of the CPP. UGCC, you're from democratic-minded people, democracy. Democracy. When we are talking of renowned political parties in Africa, you talk of the PAIG and Kinved, you talk of the NPP of Ghana, then you talk of the ANC of South Africa. Then there's a political party decisions. These are renowned political parties with mature tradition and with very strong roots in politics in Western democracy. As for the NDC, quickly go back to the CPP. And then about PNP. PMP. Then a champion who was a CPP tried. Rawlings came at 1 to 2000. Rawlings, remarkable achievement power here. Just that he instilled
the Fourth Republic,
fear and discipline.
The Fourth Republic, Nana. There's no way you can tell the history of Ghana without what we are currently experiencing, the Fourth Republic, and that's a product of Jerry Rawlings. And
it is not the product of Rawlings. It is not. How do you say that it is the product of Rawlings?
How? Why not?
I'll give him the pat on his shoulder. Said, when he agreed to go to multi-party system in April 1992, but another forces not then. Now, because with the collapse of the Berlin Wall, Gorbachev and Margaret Thatcher, man dominated US politics. And to what we say, would you come here to a baby? Problem. So Rawlings was forced to. Certainly, the Farman Commission, they were forced to. So, Rawlings said,
yes, it's a product of his governance, for good or for bad, right? Anyway, to us, let's yeah.
The NPP has a track record. NPP.
No, Udu Rawlings no waka wo hodmo ka wode to aso fi hodno mamia. Because after Rawlings, also Rawlings and Fashi and then Kufuor, what did Kufuor bring?
Monsieur Rawlings, me answer from 8182 no. Me person one Fashi I'm writing him off completely. BBBT or yeah,
by all means.
He created some regions. Rawlings my discipline in the body politic because I'm robbery actually about not teacher. So the 182 83 I'm robbery no Emma because Obian say actually bekun. Okay, you cannot. I personally would never write off Rawlings completely. Say the business cassette.
Okay.
I will not write him off.
Okay.
I say OAB. But as a human being,
all right. But the focus, even though we have digressed a little bit, I'm still interested in where you were going with that. Say, up to Rawlings, what did they achieve? And then because you're trying to establish the point, say the NPP is a strong, established democratic tradition.
You are trying to say, NPC, only a strong formidable. Traditionally, if you are dealing with the NPP.
Oh no, Nana, me pacho. Unsa na make a point be. And then I would just say the NPP is a strong democratic tradition, right? And what started and what can Abedu Rawlings. So I was interested in picking up from Rawlings, coming down what all the other leaders since Rawlings have also achieved.
I can't go for the No, like Rollins also, they created a lot of in pursuit of the decentralization. District assembly. So Rollins,
what would be some of, you serve in his government, right? What would be some of the landmark achievements of that government, would you say?
School feeding, national health insurance, road in the rural areas.
Okay.
His appointments to a larger extent were broad-based.
There's something to be said for that, because now you who the cocoa see between Malam Isa and all of that. I'm sure that it's something that most people would like to. Okay. What the Wadaroma say it's your show. Oh, Nana, Malam Isa has given his version of the story. You are a lawyer, right? Because he also has his version of the story, which explains what happened.
It is not your version. It is not his version. It is not my version.
He served his term. He served his term. He's not guilty anymore. He served his term. Nana, he served his term. He's not guilty anymore. And he's put out his version of the story, right? And whether they could do it or not, he served his term. And speaking of that, Nancy, you hear a lot of agitation from Parliament, especially from African American, minority leader, concerning the government's bid to prosecute some NPP related people. What's your reaction to that, Nana?
Reverend Team for Joe. Most of our council. Wakansem, Nanya Wakano. Munya, church you want. I am answer when the common speaker. A mama green lights and I'm inviting. Now, I'm saying you can take a tayani, say a quack. That didn't make sense. Africa as I give you this. It is only in Africa.
Oh, Nana, that's not true. It happens everywhere. It happens everywhere.
America, I want to know a senator be an answer
Nancy, I want senator no more pinning it down handcuffing no Nana because he was kicking against the mayor of a whole city was arrested and handcuffed because he was protesting against Trump. Nana, national, you can't say Marines, city be into the end also. I mean defending what's going on. I'm saying
the nature of the offense will determine.
But what about people like Team for Jordan into? I know the freedom of expression, or can ask them, and maybe or can in a certain way, which was to me it was distasteful because honestly, if you haven't seen something but you are making a point of it, Nana, you're a lawyer. That's not what to do, But let's look. Tell me, I say me, Pacho.
The man has made a statement.
He has what?
He has made
a statement. Okay.
Fellas, for also, explaining what the pictures be correct. Pictures are fellas for Sukachi the Chiran crown.
Are these facts though?
Okay.
Are these facts that you're putting out right now? Said the tarmac was not Ghana and all of these things. Because as far as I'm concerned, the Reverend Team for John rather said, our evidence to that point, and he was invited to present the evidence, and then he refused.
Our evidence for the customer for or the pictures are quite.
So Nana, why then don't you take the government on? Take the government to court. Bring what the evidence you have out, so the people of Ghana would know. But you say the question me will be being a shaman Kwame Boto and may accuse you say. It's childish, if you ask me.
That is the position of the law. The position of the law is that the man who is to be arraigned before court is presumed to be innocent. And therefore, there is no burden on him. There's
reversed burden of proof. You're a lawyer, I'm sure you know that.
No,
there is reversed burden of proof.
The lawyer will tell you that an accused person is presumed to be innocent. And the contrary must be established by the state.
This is a case where the guy, not the guy, let's call him the reverend, is the person who is making the accusation. Technically speaking, it's not even.
Ours is the inquisitorial. It is not the inquisitorial. So all throughout the criminal jurisprudence, the burden is on the state to prove it.
Nana, me pa chop you. Yan kana man frontier see. Say no. Reverend Tim Ford was say, "Aban aye say, or proof, unfa proof number. Aban Freddy say unfa proof number, or say unfa but the burden of proof is on who? I don't get it. It's very confusing to me. First of all,
it's not confusing.
It is confusing. Anna,
the man says, I look with the about. I look with no buyer, no. I look with no. We buy and check to call her and check for Fraba. Although I look at the cannibal, near tossing me no about or the amount for the better repair. I actually said, I better pay the to call her. I want also aviation information just said, Talukri, we could have the crab. There is a motion in Kalukri, Pia Maya, the Kuta, Sa, number.
That's not factual. That's not factual. I follow that case, Nana. And you're factual. And the thing is this.
That case, who could see free people who are not objective?
No, you're assuming that. But I'm a very responsible person. Let's just say that. You know, Nana.
Responsible.
No, I'm saying though. Say me ma allege say government ni ye bibi. Me tell hey, me a whistleblower, me a fact checker, me whatever. Then me who say abai ni ye bibi. Then me accuse you abai na. I will put out the facts for people to see what exactly is going on, what exactly I'm saying. But to hold the cast to your chest and say, oh, no, I'm here, I'm being persecuted because I'm being called to present facts. I think that's childish.
But if you are inviting him, more especially against the background of us, the police, they've written to the speaker also all consider. So the man speaker no man we are. Now when the Jakata when you say Boko Haram doesn't make sense.
Okay, all right. Nana, you're bringing to there. My once more. Let's bring it back to the NPP and the early presidential election. And generally speaking, Yajatum from your perspective says it's not a very good idea. One might point us to what would be the best thing to do and everything. Let's wrap up the discussion with this couple of questions more, please. First of all, NPP straight after elections, do you think, say, it's even the best thing to be looking for a flag bearer rather than to be finding out their way back to the Ghanaian people, connecting with the Ghanaian people? What do you think?
The best thing is to do registration of flag bearers. You don't know
that will solve all the problems. Mr. Registration will solve all the problems.
election at the polling station. Then we are over at the high competitive election at the polling station. Whoever win the polling station, no one. Nobody should not one. Free and fair. Because in the police station executive, about a constituency executive. Constituency executive, no album, because you use the register. Every registered member who is a paid up member of the party will have the opportunity to cast the vote.
I see.
Free and fair and transparent.
I see. And the decision, is it standing? Are you people protesting in vain, or is it going to have some effect? Say on the chance, and I say is cast in stone now. So definitely you're going for early flag bearer elections.
I mean, you'll be sure when you're biased. You know, being to trouble. I don't have a answer that I will bet. When you a baby come. When you enter, I'm for the person early. A bit more, you call highly competitive elections. They are national office holders, regional office holders, constituency office holders. More than it's about from we are. Somebody so, but that will not serve the party any good job. Tabi, we need to be transparent, open, sincere. Then, yes, there will be challenges, but trouble. Try him challenges or Lucifer or on a micro. Okay, I will say at the competition about that's why when Lucifer on a micro. Now go for on only if you're competition or ABC NDC for the in Africa, party in power or no one party in opposition. So NDC nya only would solve a trouble. But NDC for the Bay NPP minimum no person could and that's it. I mean that is the normal for them. And then you see in politics in Africa. Ukrasi abronye for Tilikosi Tima. Korolukura ya kesi kakra. Kesi Domanso Kurana aye municipal capital. Obiani me young or your TPA or your NDC. I see. And this is going to be so one doing
yo. Nana. Yo, Nana, before I back on the last question, my main boy nanka to me bar TV this one can bear me the part because I wanted you to see the visuals as well. But my young boy maybe viewers will see it, but at least obete audio no, and then you please react to me as we wrap up the interview. Why? May that CP one moment.
I know crowd today. Maybe come from stations in the Chinese.
$84% of the 2 million people were from about 6 or 5 regions that were NPP stronghold. 1.7 million, they did not vote in our strongholds. So you all students, ask yourself, what were the reasons? If it had been only the economy cuts across. So what it means is that your research students, there were certain specific risk factors in those regions. Why can't we find them and find solution to it? And now we went for the elections. 5 northern regions, 4 out of the 5 regions voted against NPP. I am in America, it is a fact. In my constituency, all the Zongos, all the Muslim communities voted against NPP. Look, the reason keeps on going and going. Some of them are sensitive. They don't want us to speak the truth. The Bible says good things about Muslims. I've read the Bible. They are from Abraham through Ishmael. But whether we like it or not, Christians hardly want to vote for a Muslim leader. It is a fact. This one in a
Nana Obri Boahen. Voice say your TA Stephen Amoa, MP for Nshire. What is your reaction?
My reaction is that he's an immature politician.
Beton Kapa Nana Kasa.
No, we should not give credence to such reckless comments. Why? Let me tell me why.
Meteo Pa.
So, yes, sir. Oh, yeah, mischievous. I mean, that gentleman, he's just being mischievous. The drunkard are immature politician. Immature because they are within the political history of this tradition. When the Northern People's Party was formed in April 1954, you had the Bagatis, the Eddie Dumbo. You have the Sisalas Diaka. You have the Bagatis also. You have Abaifaka. You have the Tolona Unanasa. They are the Gumbes. You have the Mampusis, Mumuni Baumia. And later, Panafuko's father crossed carpet to join the Northern People's Party. In October 1954, the NLM was formed. Now, I must know what between that. In October 1954, NLM was formed, and that was Bafua Kutu. That was Master Boahen. Then now Piamin come there in Kwarakwa. And then you could go with the rest. That time, the whole Bono is and a half of we are from Western Ashanti. Bono is and a half. We are from Western Ashanti. So as you can follow Meko Johnny and the left. Then you have Gashibo Field was also formed. Gashibo Field was formed around 1954. But then in 1952 and 1953, Togoland Congress and something have also been formed. Ayake, Anto, Apalu. Then we have like Gashimo Few. Gashimo Few with ICQ's father. So in October 1957, they formed the United Party. Ofiabere Fabuzia and JB Dankwa stopped the Congress Party and they all came together to form the United Party, UP, 13th October 1957. UP. And now, with the passage of PDA in 1950, Ofiabere Fabuzia fled to Holland to lecture in the sociology department. Dombo became the leader. Then, Ewamuna CPP Betuno, Abuzia Baye, Nabena Bekabo. So out of 146, the Progress Party had 105. 105. I said, Ghana had the baby even in Volta region. Kofi Buzia won 2 seats. The Progress Party won 2 seats. No. Buzia's problem may be a problem in the aliens compliance order.
No, opinion up my me pacho. So the somebody can say one can say I know what history lesson we hold that. I know what was it. Yeah, Chimichi, what's in
Compliance order of 1970. But they suffer by and incredible.
Really?
And incredible. They suffered from this aliens compliance order of 1970. Zamama for me na koye obi wo fie oton this kura jadi na ya ho Zamama for koye fulani for koye we no koye enti buzia pa ne ye dia ye no boya poano when Buzia's brother fled to Nigeria so fulani for Ottoman Laden and Ahmad Baba Ottoman Laden Ahmad Baba now the People's Party Kumasi ba ya de Kumasi awoso. So they felt better. And ever since the Muslims and the Zongos and the Northerners felt said they are not required to care. Yes, I agree.
I see.
Running away from that fact. People didn't carry out that thing well. So from 1970, this particular tradition has suffered tremendously from Muslims, from Northerners, from non-accounts. And the NDC tell me as I know the amount to my for. It is a problem. I don't know if young account for so you can be. Because when the NPP came to power on that, apart from Ameu from Volta Regional, Onya cabinet position. Actually, we saw Onya position. I'm going to be a Dibia. I'm going to be a Dibia. What is a problem in your position?
I see. And to picking back to Steven Amuano, you've already said it was irresponsible on his part to make that statement.
And a reckless comment. But we have 0 police stations. I am proud. Mahama also has 0 police stations. Let's be very honest. No, remember that. About your way. We shall see for we do see what we shall see for doer. Every about copy of the NPP. And Columbus this because of the historical antecedent. Some only man proceed for dinner. What did you do? Do Columbus NPP. Back of NDC. I mean, it is a common knowledge. But someone you can have something to say. There should be, say, a issue, transparent balloting system, election system. Okay, that's my basis. You be grass of you can fracture this America. I think be a mention my bank and I'm proud to be said. I said to form pan, woman pan. Can you crack a money in a primary or by when? It is possible. So,
Yatinana, Brennan T. Me person was answer reactive to a quick, net wrap up. Because what can say Mrs. Shah now to my dream CBB so. Say enka, a better possible, send KB a band to Mampono, Cremoni bits me winning or honum. Nancy, your broadcaster be a friend of a chief reefer. Or can sing be a metia alarme me pa, say, Oko Ashanti Regional. Ubakwa take Muslim sounding names. I appoint you more in places of authority. How do you react to that?
Well, when I Muslim name cry or no can I do that? I mean, because Sinani is MPP, your friend is Mubarak side. No, I need to never publish journalism. And you on your account for system on your business. So I have seen me.
Pepe.
And you can check us out again on Yagan because say you know your MP. Never publish journalism one way so. No, I'm in Travis. And this out is side in Mubarakana. But I said, Ebia on free in Temuha. Also, no, I'm in free. I've seen. Never publish.
I see.
No one is no one is no one is no, I can't go on my flap is my So you think that the name Said Mubarak or your non-account. That's what I'm just saying. Baby, okay, already, they have their own style of journalism. But if you are on for music, send them to music. If you are on my Oko Mankan Swat, no Mankan, Spokuku, I do Jama, Nipana, or no Winnie, or you shoot, I want to be a
Pepe. And at the end of the day, you need to a Ghana for Anana. You know, CP.
Yes, with the mummy, the moon transparent, no behind to Montuaba. The cultural say, Nka materials NPP Benyano. Nka a bayan to the so Belusus. Maya, Nipa Bonifo. Maya Nipa Bonifo. This has taken us all promise. Want to tell me, man. But I never answer. Me mo bian to be Otiokrasia, and or Bijama, or Mancaso, or Kunsu, or Pasaso, or Pokukrum, or Jumfokrum, or free, fair, transparent elections, you get marketable materials. Now that I'm going to see now, delegate. NPP, we are now one young quack. Who do general elections now? You will lose.
Yo. Nana Obri Boahen. Yeda was se papa no Obri.
Manoko primary civil, not in the constituency as a Catholic papa. Oh, Minister for Health, you, I'll general elections one issue. In the bone, I have four and the bone is in Babelusia because system one for us the possibility one for promise. Now you're questionable and skilled. That's how we are broke. One will be a broke at a war. Yeah, no grand bumper. We don't mean Phoebe.
Yada wasipi Nana Obri Boahen. Nana, you best have from Bio Dako. Me perceive di opa ne hon komo in depth pa. Yeah, Paul Choppy, wait there, Fadomi abrochre for you. Fadoma abrochre for na yeah.
So chief thanks you. Some politician. Say he's obedient to me. Man, we are friends.
Say, anything you best have from Biowi. Now you perceive di ropa ne hon and komo mo deep pa. Because I idea here pa. Say oti abrochre, share the amount of remittance fee abrochre eko Ghana. And then Ghanaians living abroad. Obi kwa what Ghana, Obuwa oti abroad ni kwa se okra de wonya Ghana new. Wo de mo sorry wo de Bragana hana be. But remittance are eba to support what's going on in Ghana no. It's very palpable.
When we enter two parties in NPP and this omo person omo try say group abeya adwuma.
For about 30 seconds ka kire na for ye cheni afro ye.
NPP no so me give this say. So my Europa here, Juma, no America, no Canada, or Oiska. Until the trouble no bad. Obetimum was delegates in Ska. Let's say my Europa here, Juma. Until Europa, the winner, a visionary leader to show people here. You should forget it. No leader in Ghana will implement it. Except maybe in future, Obribuahen, Banco and Europa.
Nano Bibo, that future could be 2028. And we will not be surprised to see you throw your heart in the ring. By the way, thank you very much, Nana Bibo. What about me? Yo, yate, and yeah, still in the future. Yo, yeah, that's it. Nana Bibo, a former general secretary for the New Patriotic Party. Nana, yeah, that's it. Ne O'Brien. Obia Josonana, yada wasipi.